All systems are go for tomorrow's Grand Kadooment Parade. Barbadians to pay less for gas and diesel. And in sports, cyclist Amber Joseph misses out on a medal at the Pan Am Games.
Broadcasting from our studios in the Pine St. Michael, this is CBC News Night, starting now.
This segment of Weekend News Night brought to you by Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
Very good evening. I'm Lisa Broom, and this is News Night. In our top story tonight, Barbadians were told to prepare for adverse weather conditions, but Met officials have discontinued a flood watch for the island as at 6 p.m. today. The officials say an analysis of the weather conditions affecting the island during the afternoon indicated that the threat of flooding had diminished. Well, now some of those taking part in the Grand Kadooment Parade may still be looking forward to some showers tomorrow. Just over 8,000 costumed revelers spread out across 23 bands are at this hour putting the final touches in place as they prepare to take over the streets tomorrow in the Republic Bank Grand Kadooment. And from the National Cultural Foundation's perspective, everything is in order to ensure they all have a grand time. Producer Stacey O'Brien says the numbers are on par with past years, and they're especially excited about the two new start points, the National Botanical Gardens and Warrens.
It is one of the features this year based on the extended route asked for by some of the band leaders. And some of the larger bands who attract some of our overseas clients, as well as those wonderful celebrities that come to Barbados, wanted to have a longer route. So we worked very closely with the Royal Barbados Police Force, and I must say thank you to all of the support services who are on board for tomorrow's parade. And we were able to coordinate the two start points for the Republic Bank Grand Kadooment.
Ms. Bryan was speaking to CBC News on the sidelines of her final preparation meeting with some of the more than 40 marshals who are tasked with helping tomorrow's event run smoothly. She says despite the two start points, revelers are not expected to be on the road any longer than usual. And after, one of the newest features is an unwind party at Kensington Oval.
It's an entire package that we are selling for the Republic Bank Grand Kadooment. So you're going to have a little bit of a party at the beginning. You'll get your judging points as the traditional ones that we all know we look forward to, especially the one in Eagle Hall that everybody looks forward to seeing the bands when they turn by Eagle Hall Corner. And then we're going to make our way all the way down the mighty Grinder Highway, straight down to Holborn Juncture, where the masqueraders will have access to Kensington Oval for the big rewind party. And look out for some surprises from the National Cultural Foundation at that event.
And still on that Grand Kadooment note, we're hearing there's an app on the streets to help revelers navigate Kadooment Day a little easier. It's called The Junction, and after testing in Barbados last year, developer Ria Karim says it's ready to be used by the public. She tells CBC News last year's pilot with Beige International and Blue Box Cart Kadooment bands, as well as Project X on 4-day morning, was successful, and they're now ready to expand to other bands. There's also a security feature built into the app.
When you select that safety button, which is on the main page of the app, it allows you to create a closed group, meaning that you could set up a group of your family and friends who you may be reveling with or playing mass with. You set that up in advance. There is a system in place for that. It's not just set it up, because we want to make sure we authenticate and have a solid system in place. But once that is set up, if you come into any problems on the day itself, you can press that button and it sends out a panic alert to everybody in your group. It launches a chat interface. It gives your location. So alongside what you may be doing, calling or doing other things, you can right there in the app that you're already using, send out that panic, and people within your group only will see that there is an emergency.
Well, ultimately, Ms. Karim says her goal is to create an entertainment hub beyond carnivals to help develop the region's various festivals.
The experiences that we have here are not just our carnivals, but like you were mentioning, there's so many food festivals, there are reggae festivals, and that is one of our greatest and most valuable exports to the world. You go to any big music festival or big event anywhere else in the world, one of the first things you get is a link to an app. or you look for it. So if this app that I am growing and using and developing can serve that purpose, that is what I really would find the greatest fulfillment in.
Well, some believe the inclement weather may have helped dampen interest in today's Bridgetown Market activities. However, organizers and exhibitors are hoping people will still go to the highway to see the several new additions tomorrow. Sharika Griffith tells us more.
A kid zone at Bridgetown Market is nothing new, but this year saw the addition of several new rides which kept the little ones occupied.
It was fun, some was scary, and some was too high and low, and it was terrible. It was so much fun, but at the end when it was going up and going down, we really enjoy it.
This bright yellow bus from Game Matrix was also a hit with the young and young at heart.
We operate in a mobile video games bus. As you can see, we have different games such as the PS4s, the Xbox, play games like Mario Kart, Cooking Mama, Just Dance, and a variety of games. So patrons would come on board, they would tell us which game they want to play, and they sit down in the comfort of the AC and just enjoy the games.
Right next to the Adventure Zone is the Bajan to the Bone Cultural Village, where you'll find local entrepreneurs displaying 100% Bajan products.
I made kosher swimsuits and kosher tops. Right now I'm trying to incorporate different materials. I don't have any down here, but I would like to do some out of jersey material. So kosher with jersey, so I would be a little bit more stronger than the wool. And some people are allergic to wool, so I want to be able to incorporate even people that are allergic to certain stuff.
There was also a wellness cafe and beach spa where patrons could get massages. Organizer Alison Seeley-Smith says all that's missing is the people.
We've had people playing worry. We had an excellent display of stick licking craft earlier, so that was fantastic. So we've got the products, we've got the services, we've got the activities. Of course, we happen to be on a flood watch. So even though the rain isn't actually falling, Bajans staying in, we're hoping that more of them are going to come down to the mighty Griner Highway and take advantage of all the fantastic things that are happening here for Bridgetown Market.
Exhibitors also remain hopeful things will pick up.
Yesterday was extremely hot, but today's a lot cooler, and you do have people, streaming in. It's not a big rush, but you do have people coming through. So I would say it's better today than yesterday.
And then we had some rain this morning, so people are now starting to trickle in, and hopefully things can improve a little bit as the evening goes on.
Bridgetown Market ends tomorrow. Sharika Griffith, CBC News.
Thanks, Sharika. Well, we're also hearing tonight that consumers will pay less for gasoline and diesel, but more for kerosene from midnight. Gasoline will retail for $3.78 per litre, a decrease of 8 cents. The price of diesel will be reduced by 6 cents, going to $2.96 per litre. However, kerosene will increase by 2 cents to $1.36 per litre. In news from the region now, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas Northern Service has reached another milestone. We hear more in this report.
Some of the major pioneers of ZNS on Grand Bahama recently, as the Northern Bahamas rolled out new technology, which is expected to upgrade its daily operations. Assistant General Manager of Production in the capital, Colin Trotman, instrumental in the training of the technical team back in 1990, when television broadcasting was introduced on Grand Bahama. He recalls how his team had to be extremely creative to always get the job done.
Back in the analog world, we took equipment and we just maxed it out. We did anything and everything could have done. I always thought that we should have been beta testers because we were able to do things with the machines that the creators didn't think it was able to do. It got to the point where we used to call for parts for the machines. They say, look, we don't make the machines anymore, they're obsolete. You call anymore, we can call FBI on you all. But we just continue to work with what we had.
Former reporter and former executive Carlton Smith began his broadcasting career in the North in 1980. He recalls the long way the Northern Service has come since the days of recording using Grand Bahama and sending it to New Providence to finally doing it live. And now from analog and beta technology to high-definition TV.
The creativity of and the ingenuity of the staff of the Broadcasting Corporation was unbelievable in the Northern Service. They would be willing to try anything but they just didn't have the resources. And with the resources that they had, they literally worked miracles. And so to see this evolve to the point now where they can utilize the resources to demonstrate how creative they can really be, it's interesting for any viewer to want to see what this new technology will produce.
Former General Manager Edwin Lightbourne also got his start in the North. He notes that as a past General Manager of the corporation, he made the promise of delivering high-definition TV, and now he is extremely proud to see that vision come to fruition.
One thing I noticed about the staff here, they are very, very productive. They try to produce, and they are producers. So the quality of their work belies the equipment. I mean, the equipment is one thing. What is most important is the ability of the staff to take what they have and be very creative. So I'm looking forward with the new high-def equipment for excellent programs coming out of North.